Hi everyone, welcome back to Stamp with Anna. This week I'm going to make some polished stone background cards. I did a class, excuse me, last month with my customers, and I'll be posting the 3 cards that we made from that class. I love this technique. That's all I can say. It's just so wow, and it's so simple. And all you need is re-inkers and some glossy paper. I would caution you not to use photo paper. You do not get the same result with photo paper that you do with the glossy paper. It just doesn't absorb it as nicely, I guess. It just doesn't look the same. Trust me, I tried that route. So what we need to make this one, and this is such a nice card, great for support, sympathy. It's just a great card. What we need is the card base is Peekaboo Peach, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then we have a matte piece that is 4 by 5 1/4, and then we have a piece of the glossy paper which is 3 3/4 by 5. And I do apologize, I do have this really strong, bright overhead light for when I craft and film, and it does cause a glare on the card, so I apologize if that is blinding you. For stamp sets, we're going to use the I'm Here For You, let's try again. I'm going to use the You've Got This stamp set. It's a 2-pack stamp set, and we're going to use this beautiful flower and this sentiment that says I'm here for you. We are going to emboss, so we need Versamark ink and white embossing powder. I've made myself a little bow in white. It's white seam binding. And then we need our re-inkers. This one is Peekaboo Peach, and this one is Flirty Flamingo. And you also need some household rubbing alcohol and some cotton balls. And that's all you need to get started on this. I'm going to lay a piece of scrap paper down to protect my surface. So I'm going to bring in my cardstock, my glossy cardstock. I'm going to move everything out of my way. And I'm going to take my cotton ball. I'm going to put some rubbing alcohol on it. I don't want to oversaturate it, but I do want it wet enough that it will accept my re-inker. And the first one I'm going to put down is the Flirty Flamingo. I like to go light to dark, and each card is going to look different depending on how saturated your cotton ball is, how many drops you put in there, and the order of the colors you put in. So after you've done that, you're just going to come in and pounce on your card, just covering it. That's good for me. Now I'm going to do the same thing with my Flirty Flamingo. A little bit of rubbing alcohol on my cotton ball and a couple drops of re-inker. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Just come in and pounce. And like I said, every card is going to look differently. And then I'm going to come in with a dry cotton ball. And I'm going to go over, because you can see that they were like little puddles, lack of a better word. And then I'm just going to take the dry cotton ball and go over the card to pick up anything that didn't get absorbed by the paper. And the alcohol, the rubbing alcohol, excuse me, no, the ink dries almost instantly on the card. So you can go and work with it. Okay, now you'll see that there's a difference between this one and this one. This one is a lot darker and it has more of a saturation of the Peekaboo Peach. Could be because I used more flamingo on this one here. Could be anything, but it's because, like I said, it's going to look different in every card that you make. So the next thing we're going to do is emboss. So I have mounted both of my stamps on the same block. Just want to make sure that they're going to fit. Okay. And I'm going to ink that up nicely with my Versamark. I'm going to stand up to get a good positioning on this because it's a big block. I'm going to come in straight down and straight up. I'm going to use white embossing powder. I'll pick this up by the corner here and sprinkle that all over. Tap off any excess and give it a good once over. If you see you have any dots that you don't want to have them be embossed, with a little paintbrush, just come in and brush them away. And now I'm going to put this back. And bring in my heat tool. There it goes, it's heating up. I'm going to keep this up off camera. I'll be right back. Okay, all embossed. Now I'm just going to mount that onto my white matte piece. Now, as I mentioned, my sample here, the first card I made, it has more of the Flirty Flamingo. And this one, excuse me, the Peekaboo Peach. And this one has more Flirty Flamingo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a piece of Flirty Flamingo and see if I like this mounted on that rather than on the original design of Peekaboo Peach. So there it is on the Flirty Flamingo, and there it is on the Peekaboo Peach. You know, I'm going to keep the Peekaboo Peach because otherwise I think that looks just too pink. I'm going to keep that just like that. Okay, great. I'm going to go with the original design. And center that up. And the last thing I need to do is just put a little glue dot on the back of my bow and place that right there. And there we have it. What a cool, fun technique. And you can see they're beginning to look more alike as they dry. But see, they do look different, and every card is going to look different. So I hope you enjoyed that technique, and I hope you'll come back on Wednesday when I'm doing another one. And if you have any questions at all about this project or any of the products I've used, certainly contact me through my blog, www.stampwithanna.blogspot.com. Thanks so much and have a great day.